Ian Smith, beard in the front, says he's as ready as he can be. Interesting when you have two debuting fighters going, kicking things off.
Right, yeah, you never really know what to expect. That's fine. This is the best time slot to fight it, in my opinion. You get you first. You get all the adrenaline, the anxiety out of the way. You get the win, and then you get to watch all your friends fight and hang out, have a couple beers, and relax.
I'm always fascinated by the mindset of a fighter who's 0-0 going in. To Ian Smith, he said he wants to, or his coach rather, said he's going to come out aggressive. He hopes for a first or second round finish. Very good submissions.
Yeah, I remember my first fight. It lasted a whole 28 seconds, and I don't remember a single bit of it. I blacked out. From the walkout to the end,
I need Texidor to the red corner, please. Mario Texidor to the red corner.
And we see Mario Texidor coming all the way from Pueblo, Colorado, where, again, Diana Crawford, part of our team, just came back from Colorado where she was at for a little while. So, in any event, Texidor, he says he's going to come out. He is 0-1, but Muay Thai background, he says he's going to come out. He's going to dominate every round of the fight. He also wants to stay aggressive, plans on coming forward. So we'll see with two aggressive fighters how that goes.
Right, especially, when you lose your first MMA fight, it's always interesting to see how they're going to bounce back. It might light a little bit more of a fire under them to perform even better. So when you see 0-1, sometimes that can be a little bit deceiving because, he's got a chip on his shoulder, so to speak.
Yeah, Cole, take a look at the tail of the tape here. What jumps out to you, partner?
You got 6'1" versus 5'6", so we're going to see probably a little bit of a reach advantage for Ian Smith here. So, I would say Mario's probably going to come in and try to close the distance and maybe land some dirty boxing. We'll see.
Texidor served 3 years in the Army. Interesting backstories from the Bronx, raised in Hawaii, lives in Colorado. He said, I'm Bronx made, Hawaii raised, Colorado trained. Street fighting in the Bronx. He trained the street fighting in Hawaii by a bunch of dudes who wanted to be like BJ Penn. So he said there were flying knees, and when he got to wrestling, he started, when he got to Colorado, he started wrestling. You see the cauliflower ear there. He wants to stand and bang, but he said, I've got cauliflower ear for a reason.
Right. I don't think there's anybody going to be questioning his toughness for this fight. When you grow up street fighting, I know he's 0-1 on paper, but I'm sure he's had plenty of other fights that don't show up online.
Well, he thought he won that fight. Yeah, you got the street fights. He's also had a K1 fight where he won by knockout, and he had a Muay Thai fight in a tournament. But enough of the fighters. Let's send it up to Drew Shannon for the official introductions.
All right, thank you, Ryan. This is our first fight of the evening, an amateur bout, 3 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Sponsored by Woodside Bar and Grill, the official after party for Flood City Fight Night 2, serving Johnstown's best wings, burgers, brews, and much, much more. Woodside has you covered. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 6'1", weighing 155 and 6/10 pounds, 24 years of age, fighting out of Clayton, New Jersey, representing Widowmaker Fight Team, making his debut this evening. Give it up for Ian Smith. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5'6" tall, weighing 155 and 5/10 pounds, 29 years old, from Pueblo, Colorado, representing Vandal Karate with a record of 0-1. Give it up for Mario Texidor. Let's go down to Ryan and Cole.
First fight at Flood City Fight Night 2. It's Texidor in the black, Ian Smith in the white trunks. Texidor shoots for a double and secures it. And Ian Smith looking for a guillotine. Cole, did he put himself in a bad spot here?
Well, if he can get his legs hopped over to the right side, he's going to be fine. But right now, it looks like it might be pretty deep.
Listening to Paul Lepresti in the corner, advising him, and he is cranking on the neck here. Texidor had a looks like he's trying to pop that head out.
Oh, he's got it pretty deep here. His head's almost out, but he's got that pretty deep.
It looks like Smith just tried to readjust it to get that arm a little further underneath. He's got his toe stuck in the shorts of Texidor. Now you got a minute left, and again, this is the amateur 3 2-minute rounds.
And so in Ian Smith's first fight, he just spent the first minute probably using all of his strength to try and finish that choke. So we'll see how that affects him for the rest of the fight.
Texidor moves to side control. There's no shots to the head here in ground and pound, so Texidor can work position. He's almost looking for a head and arm there.
Yeah.
But
Ian Smith he needs to use his elbow to really frame off and just kind of like take advantage of being mean down there. You know what I mean? You can't throw punches, but you can still kind of frame off and make it uncomfortable.
And if Smith can get a sweep, he will almost give up his back. And now he's mounted.
And just like that, we got 20 seconds left in the round. He looks like he's going for an arm triangle here.
Ten seconds in the first round, and Texidor very heavy on top. And Ian trying to regain guard here. And that's the end of the first round. And Cole, I think that's a very tough round to score.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean nothing really happened besides the takedown, so you have to give it to Texidor, right? I mean you had the control, but then again you had the submission attempt from Ian Smith. Could go either way. I mean I personally think you got to give it to the guy who was on top of the round. But we'll see if he comes out with the same game plan in round 2, knowing that he was almost finished with that guillotine.
Yeah, that's why I don't pretend to be a judge, nor would I even want to be a judge, because it's things like that. Because frankly, Cole, who was closer to ending that fight?
I would say Ian Smith. Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to win fights and finish them. And he spent half of the round threatening a submission, where at times we weren't sure if he was going to get it. It was an arm-in guillotine, not the best.
Yeah, and that goes that kind of calls for in a situation like that, why not have a tie round, like a 10-10?
Totally.
I would 100% agree with that. I mean, because if you have a clear-cut winner and it's 10-9, but then that's also a 10-9, how does that make sense?
That's why I kind of like the pride rules too, where you just judge the whole fight.
Right.
Back in the day, 10-minute round and then a 5-minute round. It was like, okay, who won the fight?
Mm-hmm.
Texidor, overhand right from Texidor.
Oh. Looks like you got hit with that front kick to the face.
Yeah.
Oh my
right hand from Texidor, and they're in the phone booth trading.
It looks like he's a little bit hesitant to go in for that takedown like we talked about. They're throwing.
Got cut under the left eye of Ian Smith, and Ian Smith with a jab and a return from Texidor.
Texidor went with the fake front kick and then followed up with a check hook. Landed right on the button.
Texidor
gets a takedown again. Texidor did a better job of having his head positioned right there. He had his head tight against the chest, away from danger. When you put the head by the hip, that's when you get stuck in that in the guillotine. And she's cut up a little bit. Ian Smith's got a little cut under his left eye. Not surprised.
I mean, they were throwing some heavy heat.
Yeah, for some young amateur fighters, they were throwing down in there. They're definitely not scared.
But Texidor looks very, very heavy on top, and he's using that shoulder and head pressure to move to side mount once again fairly easily.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of controlling the position. Not really giving Ian Smith much of anything. He's going for an Americana here. Hasn't always got it. He's got it. Ian Smith doing a good job of kind of crawling out to escape that. Now he's out.
And they call Ian a snake because he's so slippery on the ground and able to move.
Yeah, I can see that. Now the little scramble there. Now we're back to full guard. So if Ian Smith doesn't do anything in these next 20 seconds, he's got to come out with swinging next round, go for the knockout.
Yeah, because at this point you can't expect that you won that first round looking for a finish. The problem with that is that Texidor seems more than willing to shoot that double as the pressure comes forward.
Sure.
Good round for Mario Texidor from Pueblo, Colorado. Good sportsmanship helping Ian Smith up. We are through 2 rounds. We've got 2 more minutes maximum to decide this fight.
And these rounds are only 2 minutes long, but when you're in there for the first time or the second time and you still haven't really trained your body how to prepare for this type of environment with the anxiety and stress, I mean, you get tired in that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, 2 minutes goes by quick, but you get tired in that.
I trained a little bit, and 2 minutes of any aspect is 2 minutes of boxing is tiring.
Yeah.
2 minutes of cage work is tiring. 2 minutes of wrestling is super tiring.
Yeah. For anybody listening right now, after this, go shadow box as hard as you can for 2 minutes and tell me that you're not completely drenched and sweating and breathing super heavy. I mean, you go balls to the wall for 2 minutes.
And then pick up 2-pound dumbbells and do the same thing.
Yeah, and then do it for 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's hard. It's real hard. I say this is the toughest sport in the world because you need so many different conditioning systems.
Yes, absolutely.
Texidor comes out.
When you start fighting the 5-minute rounds, that's when you really have to start pacing yourself.
Sure. And let's see how aggressive Ian Smith is. Front kick and a right behind it. Texidor doesn't like it.
No. Ian's hitting him with some good shots. Now he's going for the takedown again, and there we go. Yep, that's the story of the fight right there. Ian Smith needs a wall walk. He needs a wall walk. He needs to push off. He needs to take his left hand, push off against his face, and create space and get up.
It seems like the wrestling experience is what's winning this fight for Texidor, and it seems, that he has a pretty clear advantage in that area.
Yeah. And the best fighters in the world are the ones that they can get taken down, but then get right back to their feet. If you get taken down and you can't do anything and you get stuck there, this is what's going to happen every time.
I guess this is an old school name at this point, but Chuck Liddell was the king of, if you take me down within 5 seconds, I'm right back to my feet.
Yep.
And I'm going to start throwing even harder.
Right. Yeah, Ian needs to push off against his face, get to his hip, and then get to the cage. Right now he's kind of just using, traditional jiu-jitsu, which, if you're going for a submission, that works, but he needs to get to his feet here.
Yeah, I think Texidor is just, it looks like a very top heavy.
Yeah, he's smothering him right.
Yeah.
He's got 30 seconds, and he just needs to lay here and not put himself in harm's way of any type of submissions, and he's got the fight.
Yeah, he's just, and that's the thing. As long as he does something, he can stay here.
Right.
And Texidor knows if he stays here, he's going to win this fight.
That's it.
10 seconds, first fight. Mario Texidor riding it out on top of Ian Smith. And there's the bell. Texidor thinks he's done enough. Texidor is fired up in the cage. And we're going to take a look at some of the action here. They're throwing some pretty solid punches here, Cole.
Yeah, Ian Smith was trying to use that front kick, but they threw that right hand and kind of just got a little bit too close. He needed to keep him at distance so that he could defend that takedown, and just unfortunately wasn't able to do it. But credit to Texidor. He was able to level change, get underneath those bombs, and get it to the ground where he was ultimately comfortable.
That was an impressive performance from Texidor. You know what it was? And this is interesting. Texidor this week told me, admittedly, I need to work on my fight IQ. I would say his fight IQ was the most impressive part of this performance.
I think so too. Yeah, I mean, he did really, really well. Used a little bit of striking, used a little bit of grappling, and controlled the fight, and was able to kind of not blow his gas tank out too soon. And he's a bigger boy. He's got a lot of muscle on him too. So trust me, that definitely makes the cardio go a little bit quicker.
Yeah. And we're looking to see if Drew Shannon is in the cage yet with the official scorecards. The officials are there. And I don't see Drew Shannon. They're all ready, but we need one guy. And here he is making the walk inside the cage. And let's see how the judges decide this fight. We send it inside to the one and only Drew Shannon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first fight of the night goes to the judges. All three judges score this bout 27-30. Your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, Mario Texidor.
There you have it, Mario Texidor with your win. Moves to 1-1. Now he gets to celebrate.
In a moment, we'll hear from Diana Crawford with our post-fight interview.
Of course, Diana Crawford has to wait for the photo with the ring girl. That's the most important part. Let's send it up to Diana.
That'll be on Instagram.
Congratulations on a win. You did a great job, Mario. You were dominant for most of that fight. Leading up to this fight, was it your plan to display your wrestling skills predominantly?
Yeah, because of my